Good morning and happy Monday. I am Aaron Collier with the two best hosts in the whole entire world.
Robbie McIntosh.
And Ashama Rucker.
And we are so excited to bring you episode 5 today. Are y'all excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, we had so much fun last week, and it was a little bit of a sensitive topic, so we're going to have a lot of fun this week.
Yes.
I think the whole world just finished watching the Olympics. And
Right.
we figured we'd talk about the Special Olympics today. And we can't talk about the Special Olympics without someone who's very, very involved in the Special Olympics. We're so happy to welcome our friend Paul Moretti on the show today. Paul, do you want to introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Paul Moretti. I'm a Special Olympics athlete here in Chesterfield County, Area 6,
Nice, man. And you've how long have you been in the Special Olympics?
since 1991.
And dude, you've done a lot of really cool stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm terrified to public speak. I get nervous in front of like 15 people, and I saw you public spoke in front of 75,000 people.
Correct. That is correct.
Can you tell us about that experience a
Okay,
little bit?
that was in Dublin, Ireland in 2003, where I was supposed to introduce Muhammad Ali, but since the last minute, they said since his Parkinson's disease really acted up, so they said introduce the English soccer star Rory King.
Well, dude, that was all. I gotta ask, did you get nervous at all, like during your
At
speech?
first I did, but then I took care, rolled with the show.
Oh, did the crowd go crazy? And
Yes, they did, actually.
How'd that make you feel?
Pumped up.
Dude, that is fantastic. And Robbie, I'll go to you. I know you're not super involved with the Special Olympics, but is it something maybe in the future you might think about getting into?
Yeah, I've thought about it off and on. I mean, people have asked me, do you want to do basketball or do you want to do Special Olympics? But my only main concern is the running part, because basically every time I run, it's like it gets so hard I get out of breath, obviously.
Dude, I'm the same way. I remember in high school when we showed up to gym class and they were like, oh, we're running the pacer today or we're running the mile. Oh, that was the worst day of my life. I can't stand running. But Robbie, there's solutions to that, and then that perfectly translates us over to Ashama. There's half court basketball where you don't have to run that much. And Ashama, you play half court basketball, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So last year I did play half court for the Special Olympics, and it was fun. We lost some games, we won some games, but to be honest, I had fun. The basketball is my favorite sports anyway, and you really don't have to run as much as full court. So I like that half court because I don't have to run that much, and I do have bad knees, so half court will be good for me.
Yeah, no, I'll ask you kind of the same question as Robbie. Like, I know you play basketball, but is there any other sport you might be interested in playing?
No, basketball's the only
Basketball's
thing.
life, huh?
Yeah.
Scale. It's funny when I went and saw your daughter play basketball. She's so small, Janice, a little thing, but she was wearing Michael Jordan's number 23. She had some kicks on too, so that was pretty cool.
And she also played in Special Olympics last year.
Nice.
So she wants to go to the gym with me tomorrow to practice basketball because she got a game in 2 weeks.
Dude, that is fantastic. Wow, that makes me happy. I used to love going to those games. Paul, back to you. So you've been involved in Special Olympics since you said 1993?
91.
1991, okay, very cool. So you've probably played a lot of sports since
Yes, I
then.
have.
What sports have you played?
I've done volleyball, I've done alpine skiing, I've done bocce, bowling, softball, everything.
You've done alpine skiing?
Yes.
What? Where?
I've been Wintergreen.
No way, dude. How was that?
It was good, but it was cold.
Yeah, oh, I bet. So alpine skiing, so what? Dude, that's cool. I didn't know that. So alpine skiing, how'd you compete? Like, what was the competing process in that?
It was just the local, they did the local dry training and stuff.
Okay. Did you race people down the mountain or?
Yes.
Dude, that's awesome. Did you medal in that?
No.
Okay. Hey, that's okay. Trust me. If I was to do alpine skiing, it's not my strong suit.
But
Definitely not.
because basketball, softball is one of my games.
Softball is?
Yes.
Nice, dude. That's fantastic. Well, guys, just before we get into our topic, I just wanted to shout everybody out, and we had a really, really good week last week. We were at 52 5-star reviews.
Yes.
Well, guess what? We woke up this morning to 75 5-star reviews. Guys, we are in the top 20% of podcasts. How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Good.
That's
Very good.
dude. I'm first of all, I'm so proud of y'all. Ashama, Robbie, super proud of y'all, and it's just so awesome. It's so awesome what y'all are doing. It's so awesome y'all are inspiring people, and I'm so proud of y'all. So, hey, we got what 75 5-star reviews now.
Yeah.
Hey, road to 100. How's that sound?
I think it's clearing under by Monday.
100 by Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, big goals, big dreams. Let's just. Well, guys, let's get right into our topic then today, and we'll do that right after this ad break.
What if the most exciting life you can live isn't safe, but bold? What if your faith was never meant to stay inside the church walls? I'm Mark Thomas, host of Evangelism on Fire podcast, and I help everyday Christians become confident, courageous soul winners. This podcast isn't about theory, it's about action. It's about learning how to naturally share Jesus with friends, family, coworkers, anyone God puts in your path. Because the best way to grow is to go. If you're ready to stop living a half-burned Christian life and start living on mission, subscribe to Evangelism on Fire podcast today. You can find us on every podcast platform as well as YouTube. Let's spark a movement, one conversation at a time.
Welcome back, guys, and we're so excited to get into this topic today. Robbie, I'm gonna start with you. What do you feel before a game starts?
That's a very interesting question, and I'm happy to answer that question. I feel excitement. I feel enthusiastic and enthusiasm in my heart and my voice. I always have the feeling that every time a game starts, I'm either going to win or lose, because if you win, it's exciting, it's great, and if you lose, it's okay. But I always have the feeling that regardless of whether I win or lose or not, there are always going to be people cheering me on saying, "Go, Robbie!" So that's the answer to your question.
Yeah, no, 100%. At the end of the day, like, just being able to participate is a blessing within itself. So I like your answer. You know what? Regardless, win or lose, I'm just gonna go out there, have fun. People are gonna cheer me on, and it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we were talking in church last Sunday about cheering each other on, and it's a very interesting topic,
Well,
interesting point there.
well, I think you're gonna like one of my questions in it then. So
Yeah.
Ashama, so to you, what do you feel before a game starts?
Before I feel, the first thing that I have to do before the game start is pray and listen to my praise and worship. Go out there and get excited, have fun, and just make some fun out of it.
Yeah, 100%. It sounds like your pregame routine is like a little bit of music, a little bit of prayer, and then they're ready to rock and roll.
We're ready to rock it.
Nice. I love that answer. So Paul, we'll go to you now. So what do you feel before a game starts?
I would say stretching out is good because you don't want to pull any muscles and stuff.
Yeah, stretching, very important.
You know, and like LaShawn and Robbie were just saying, just think ahead what you're gonna do.
Yeah, 100%. Do you have like a pregame routine? Like, do you like to listen to music, or is there a favorite song that really gets you ready to play?
Just seeing all my friends, you know.
Yeah, 100%. So
And like for instance, how Robbie was to say with the fans at one of my basketball tournaments last week, I had a good friend who Aaron met at Night to Shine, and her name is Becky, and she took a cool video of me actually dribbling the ball, and she said in the video, "Go, Paul, you could do it."
yeah, dude, I love that. I absolutely love that, and that's that's the cool thing about me and your friendship, Paul. We actually met. I coached you in volleyball.
Yes, you did.
And that was so fun. That was some of my favorite memories in my life.
Yes.
So, well, cool. Well, hey, guys.
Aaron's a cool person too. Let's give a shout out to Aaron as well.
Man, we don't need to give no shout outs to Aaron, but Paul, I appreciate you more than you know. Like I said, you're oh man, you're more than an athlete. You're a great friend.
Thank you.
And
So are you.
I'm so appreciative of that. All right, Robbie, to you. What's one moment in a sport that you'll never forget?
Very good question. And I think if to answer your question, if there's one moment in sport that I will never forget, it is simply this. So a number of years ago, it started shortly after I was in high school. When I was it was the end of my freshman year. I was a rising sophomore. Ended after I graduated high school. I was on a swim team, and I've made a lot of friends since then. But to keep it to the point and without a long story and a long introduction, I would say that I basically remember, swimming and being out of breath. And, a lot of people were faster than me. I mean, my senior class valedictorian said in her speech, lots of people run different types of races. They're all different types of runners. But also, although people were faster on me than me in the swim meet, I happened to be the slowest. I wouldn't say the only slowest, but one of the slowest people there. I was even more slow that people were cheering on me, as I said earlier, talking to you earlier about this thing. Go, Robbie, meaning Robbie, you can do it, and all that. So people were just cheering me on, and people just treated me with kindness and with respect during swim team, and I really did like that. But they were just cheering me on, and they were just so proud of me in the end. And I could feel very proud of myself and the compliments I've received and how good I felt after doing that swimming. I don't remember what it was, whether it was butterfly relays or whatever, but I did great with that part of swimming.
Well, Robbie, I can just sense the excitement on your face when you talk about this. So that makes me happy. And I got to give praise and props to you, regardless to how slow you were. I can't really even swim at all. I watch people all the time. There's an Olympic pool at the gym that I go to, and I see people swimming, and they swim like 75 laps. So one day I was like, I'm gonna get in that pool and I'm gonna swim 75 laps. I made it like 3. Like I could not get it down. So I feel you there. But like you said, you ran your own race, and it was you versus yourself, and you challenged yourself just to get out there and do it. And guess what? You did it, and that's why everyone was cheering you on. And hey, at the end of the day, you won your race. How about that? You won the race against yourself, and that's pretty cool. So, Ashama, to you, what's one moment in a sport that you'll never forget?
The one moment in that sport that I will never forget is when last year when we played our last game and I made that basketball and everybody was cheering and it was exciting because, like I said, I love playing basketball, and I played basketball when I was a teenager in middle school,
Yeah.
just shooting and, then 18, still shooting, and then, I'm about 48 and still shooting basketball, so basketball is just like a sports to me that I really love deeply, and then I even play 2K in basketball and shooting and winning also too, so it's like practice makes perfect.
Sounds like basketball ain't a hobby. Basketball is life, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Paul, your turn. So what's a moment?
I would say getting my first ever hit with softball, or even making a nice, cool shot with basketball as well.
Nice. So is that one of your favorite moments?
Yes, I would say. And outside of sports, I would say speaking for the 75,000 people in Dublin, Ireland.
Nice, dude. That's fantastic. Oh, I gotta ask you this. So you brought up softball. So I'm a baseball guy myself. So your hit, like, can you walk me through your hit? Like, was it a single, double, home run? Like,
Actually, it was an inside the park home run.
oh my gosh, that is awesome. You probably were just running around the base with a big old smile around your
Yes,
face.
I was one year.
Are you still playing softball?
Yes, I am.
I gotta get that schedule. I want to come out to a game so bad.
I know you to all 3 of you.
Yeah, dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So that would be so much fun. All right, well,
And also, me and Robbie do have something in common.
nice.
We both played on the ZT Bedford Basketball League.
Oh, cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So
I played for Bird.
nice. And Robbie, you played for Monacan.
That's right.
That's very, very cool. Well, cool. Well, Robbie, so for the third question, have you ever surprised yourself during a game?
That is one of the tricky questions, but if I can better answer that question, I think I don't remember during the game part, but I do remember speaking in church one Sunday. I think it was on the same Sunday my dad was assigned to speak in the same congregation that I go to. I spoke first and he spoke last, but when I spoke, I said that it was my first time giving a talk in this congregation. And then after the meeting, and after I spoke, but after the meeting, my bishop came up to me and said, I enjoyed your talk. And then he said, I didn't know that it was your first time speaking in this congregation. So it's interesting to note that, but it's also interesting too that whoever listens when you speak or talk can learn from your experience or learn whatever it is that is on your mind.
Hey, well, dude, I gotta give props to you like I was giving props to Paul. I mean, just getting out there and speaking in front of all those people, that's big time, right? And I love how you've turned this question into something about like an experience you did, right? Like instead of saying, you know what, like have you ever surprised yourself during the game? Yeah, you surprised yourself during a big moment, right? Like you went out there, you got it done. It was your first time ever, and people came up to you and was like, "Wow, Robbie, great job!" And that was a great answer, and I'm proud of you. Good job. All right, Ashama, have you ever surprised yourself during a game?
Yes, I have. So in a game, happy, shock,
Mm-hmm.
because at times I got knocked upside the head.
You got knocked upside the head.
Yup, my glasses got turned sideways. I was like, I wasn't upset. It was just like a shock and a surprise at the same time. But I'm gonna say surprise because when I made the shot, and then I could say that all we did was just having fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it sounds like so when your glasses got knocked off, did someone hit you or did a ball hit you?
It was one of the other players that we were playing against.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me and they didn't knock it off. It just went sideways, and then I fixed it and got back in the game.
Well, I love that. That goes perfectly what they always say, never give up, right? And get knocked back down, you get right back up, right?
Yep.
Nice. All right, Paul, let's go to you. So have you ever surprised yourself during a game?
I would say the same thing with Glisham with the basketball. With my glasses got knocked over twice, and a young lady, who I can't mention her name, was real good at supporting. Asking me if I was okay and everything.
Nice. Well, that's
Asking me if I was okay after my glasses flew off because her teammates knocked it off twice.
all right. So did you surprise yourself like with how you finished even after your glasses came off? So it's the same thing, just like, you know what, I might get knocked down here, but hey, I got back up and fought. So very good answer, Paul. All right, guys, I love this last question, right? And Robbie, I think you'll like it too. So we're going to start with you. What would the world look like if everyone supported each other like fans support athletes at a game? And I can break that down maybe a little bit more simple, right? Like you love fans cheering you on. So what if you had cheering support with everything you did instead of just at a game? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. And I can speak of this in terms of getting my apartment clean because oftentimes when I get up in the morning, I'm super tired. It's like I have this thought in my mind, like it reminds me of what my grandpa on my dad's side of the family would say when going into surgery for prostate cancer. I wish I never had to do this, but I guess I will. So I want to say it a little differently. I sure don't want to do this, but I need to because I need to keep my apartment. But to keep it on point here, I would say that I can think of it in perspective this way. I can think to myself as people saying to me when I have to get up in the morning and I have to get my apartment clean, I would think of people saying to me, "Come on, Robbie, you can do it. You can do it. You can get your apartment clean." So I can just imagine not only those people here on earth cheering me on just like a track or swim meet or anything like that, but just everybody on the other side up in heaven, cheering me on like my grandpa or family members who passed on, they can cheer me on or friends cheering me on and they can cheer me on and say, "Come on, Robbie, you can do it. You can keep your apartment clean." And that's kind of the attitude and the feeling I need to have every day is to be excited about it rather than so tired about it and not so excited about it.
Yeah,
So,
Robbie, I really like that answer. And I mean, it is hard in the morning when you first open your eyes and it's like, man, it's 6 a.m. or it's 6:30 a.m. I'm tired. It definitely would be a lot easier if you had people cheering you on the whole time, right? Like I agree with you.
yeah.
Well, Ashama, so back to you. What would the world look like if everyone supported each other like fans supported athletes at a game?
It would be awesome and it would be amazing. Um, for like the game and anything. Cause in 2019 I performed in front of 200 people
Mm-hmm.
for JP Jumpers, and that was a part of disability, and I did my gospel rap,
Nice.
and everybody cheered me on and supported what I do. And basically, to be honest, I already got supporters.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my family supporters, people that love me, supports me of everything that I do. And so by supporting each other, it makes you feel good and comfortable about yourself.
Yeah.
And that's just how we do is by getting our supporters. And so it's good to get supports and we support each other. We can support each other with games or hobbies or, things that we do, being a gamer, being a gospel rapper, being like you said, piano. And, we just got to support each other of things that we do in life. And it's not only just in games, it's in everything that we do.
Fantastic answer. And I will say, just being around y'all every week and hearing y'all talk, it sounds like y'all get the most excited when you talk about people cheering for you. And I think it kind of relates to what we talked about last week too, like words hurting and people not necessarily being nice all the time, right? Like the world would just be a better place if we were always there for each other.
Yeah.
Like that would be awesome. So Paul,
Yes.
what would the world look like if everyone supported each other like fans support athletes at a game?
Oh, that would be great, especially in a workplace and in the community. That would be great here in Virginia.
That would be really, really cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be.
And with me being part of the Game Changers, which is two other athletes in Northern Virginia, we have spread the world so far.
Yeah.
Spread it out.
Yeah.
These two other guys that are with me, one has spoken in front of Congress, one has spoken in front of huge Down Syndrome Association. Me, myself, has spoken in front of, the 75,000 people, and I've been at the White House, been at the New York Stock Exchange, been at other cool events.
Dude, that's awesome. And I saw even one of the guys from Game Breakers, he wrote a book.
Yes, it was called Game Changer, yes.
Dude, that is awesome.
And so we have a huge event, actually April 23rd, for the Richmond viewers. If they want to come out to the Ashland Theater, there's a huge presentation.
Nice. No, that's definitely something I'm interested in. So I saw that commercial. I was like, Paul, you're a rock star. So that's guys. We'll once we get to our closing statements, I'll give a little bit more info on this. But we're gonna put some of Paul's cool accomplishments on our website, and we're gonna have a guest Hall of Fame. So it's pretty cool. You're gonna be all over that, Paul, and we'll put some more information out there. Whatever you want us to put out there, we'll put it out there.
That might be a good idea with the Special Olympics connection with the local program too.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because we always need athletes and volunteers.
Yeah. Oh, dude, 100%. And I'll even add on to that, guys. I was able to volunteer a year, and it was some of the best memories I've ever had.
Yeah, and Aaron was a great volleyball coach.
Well, thank you.
Aaron and others.
Well, thank you very, very much, Paul. And that's the thing. I would honestly love to do it again. Like, I mean, I had so much fun doing it. So if my schedule ever allowed me to do it,
I think softball/baseball would be the best thing for you these days.
Yeah. The only thing with me, it's like when I coach or when I commit to do something, I need to be 100% in. And you know how it is being a high school baseball coach. So it's hard. But I don't know. I might think about it because I had so much fun doing it. And I encourage anybody, if you are looking for another hobby, this is probably the most fun you can have.
It is.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, guys, that was fun. Was that fun?
Yes, it was exciting.
And regarding the workplace, I've been on my job for 25 years.
Not 25 years?
Yes, and I've got courtesy quarter of the year through quarter.
Dude, you've just lived a great life, Paul.
Yes.
So that was fun. That was really, really fun. So
I would like to give a shout out to myself. I just turned 50 recently.
Well, happy birthday, Paul.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Let's do closing statements. And Robbie, do you want to go first?
Just saying that, just want to say, if you ever have the thoughts, like I said, if you can't do something or feel you can't do something because you're tired, you feel down or stressed out or feeble or weak or whatever your strengths or weaknesses are, tell yourself you can do it. Everything's going to be okay, and there will be people cheering you on, and there will be people very proud of you.
That's beautiful, Robbie. Beautiful. Oshama?
My last statement is keep on doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Never give up, like I always say in my podcast. Never give up. Never give up on God. Never give up on yourself. Never let nobody tell you what you can and you can't do. Stay faithful and believe in yourself. You got fans because we believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself.
That's beautiful, Oshama. Beautiful. Paul, any closing statements from you?
Yes, I would like to read a closing statement that I did as a sergeant server international global messenger. If we treat people merely as they are, we make them less. If we treat them as they could be, they excel to be that person. These two are great to be excel by being this person. Look at all the fans that they've got so far with the podcast, and they're gonna hit over 100,000
100,000
by next week.
big dreams, big goals.
Yes, we're gonna do it. Us three together.
Let's do it, dude. That's awesome. Paul, is there? I know there's a bunch you wanted to talk about. Is that everything? I'll give you the floor. I know you were really excited to get some stuff out. So
No, I'm good. I mean, talking about the game changers. If you want to tell them about the video, that I'm in.
yeah, the game changer video. So I'll go now. I'll do my closing statements before we end. And so Paul sent me this video this week of him in a commercial, and it's great quality. And I was so excited when I got to the part of seeing Paul literally talk. Yes, we said in front of 75,000 people. That stadium was packed. It was awesome, and Paul did such a great job. And he, like I said, the Game Changers program is fantastic. One of the guys he was working with was talking in front of Congress. Someone wrote a book. Paul's speaking in front of 75,000 people. So just the fact that the Special Olympics in Virginia is giving these guys this opportunity is awesome.
And I am also on a book myself as well.
Dude,
Called By the Works with Knights of Columbus, 16 men, a great faith who have made a difference around the world.
Paul, you've done some awesome things. And what I will say, so if y'all haven't checked out our website, go ahead and check out InsideOurMindsPod.com. Again, that's InsideOurMindsPod.com. And we're gonna have a whole page with Paul and all of the cool things he's done. We're gonna put a link to that video if you'd like to see it. And it's that website's awesome. It has
They
everything.
can reach out to me on Facebook too.
Yep, you can reach out to Paul on Facebook, and like I said, the website's fantastic, and I got to do this as the moderator of the show. Please give us that 5 stars. There's so many people that listen to us on a week-to-week basis that have not even given us the 5-star review yet. Yes, we're in the top 20%. However, we still have potential to rise even more. And our goal here on Inside Our Minds is very simple. Reach as many people as possible so we can help as many people as possible. I'm having so much fun. Robbie and Asham are having so much fun. Paul, you were such a good guest today. We had so much fun.
And with this connection with Special Olympics, there's also an organization called Best Buddies that I'm also involved with in the Richmond area, which is one-on-one friendship, person with a disability and without.
Yeah, and I actually met your best buddy at the Night to Shine.
Yeah.
And she was fantastic. So yeah, we'll get some more information on that too, and we'll give them a shout out in some later episodes. But yeah, Paul, you're doing some really cool things. I think if we want to talk about your whole entire life, we probably have to have like 5 episodes.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you could go start your own podcast.
I think so. I think I should be teamed up with you.
Man, you're awesome, Paul. All right, guys. Well, like I said, that wraps up our show. Go check out our website. Go give us that 5 stars on Spotify, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. It means so much to us. We are so blessed to everyone that listens. So y'all mean the world to us. We're so very excited to keep this thing going. And like I said, that wraps up our show. So with everyone at Inside Our Minds, we hope you
Have a great week.
have a great week.
And a great weekend.
Inside our minds, we will shine. They say we can't, we don't care. We write our own headline. Inside our minds, we will shine. We're goal set, goal get, and we always stay kind. Inside our minds, inside our minds, inside our minds. Welcome inside our minds.